Good afternoon, little Friday afternoon edition here. Had an early morning this morning, wasn't able to do a video, but I had something that I really wanted to share with you guys to end the week with. So doing a little Friday afternoon edition. I'm working on some content for our guys racing Loretta Lynn's National this coming up week. So thought I'd jump in here real quick and share the thought that I wanted to share with you guys today. And that is, we was watching the Olympics last night, the women's final individual stuff, the overall stuff. And the lady that took Simone Biles' place, we was excited to see what she was going to do. She's very capable, really great athlete, and we was excited to see how she was going to do that. She got the opportunity to step in there and compete. And when they started talking about interviews at the very beginning of the night there, they said, they did an interview with her and she was saying how bad she wanted, here's the key statement, wanted to prove that she was capable of doing this. And I know I've been talking about wanting versus receiving this week and how big of a deal that is and how important it is. And man, when they said that, I was like, oh man, that's a tough spot to be in when you have that mindset. Even though you're more than capable, you're a world-class athlete, man, when you want it to do something so bad that you're trying to prove something to people, a lot of times you overdo it. And you could see it in the warm-ups and stuff. She was doing uncharacteristic mistakes. And I was like, and she started off real good. So I had some hope. I was like, well, maybe she's just saying that, and maybe she don't really feel that, and she, feels like she's arrived and now this is her time. But as it went on, she started to make some big mistakes and it really cost her in the end. And I wanted to share that example with you guys because we've been talking about this week, that wanting mindset and how it creates resistance. And we really want to be in a receiving mindset. And like I said yesterday, I think if we can stay focused on the doing, that really keeps us from having that wanting mentality. When we're in the doing and we're so focused and consumed on the doing, a lot of times we can't be wanting it at the same time. So I want to share one other example. This is a widely known example. I can't remember the guy's name, but he's a super successful business guy. And when he was in high school, he was not very good in school, and he took his SAT or ACT. One of them, he scored really good, like almost at a genius level on the test. And from that point on, he went on to do excellent in college, create a massive business, just massively successful, because he said at that point where, he scored high on that test, he had never thought of himself as being really smart. He'd always struggled in school. And what was crazy, about 10, 15 years later, the people that done the testing sent him a letter in the mail that said that they had got the testing messed up. He really didn't score that score. He really scored bad on the test. But it's just crazy when somebody has an experience where they feel like they have arrived at a higher level, what that does for them. And realistically, when you're trying to make this transition from wanting to receiving, and we're talking about, really getting focused on the doing part, you're really looking to get that place where you feel like you've arrived. And when we can feel like we have arrived at something, that's an important place to be. That's a receiving mentality. And I seen that in the gymnastics last night, not with the girl that took Simone Biles' place, but the other girl that kind of is in the shadow of Simone Biles was now really, she was the one that people really focused on because she was the other elite, one of the other elite athletes on the team, expected to do really, really well. And you could tell by her interviews and her mindset and stuff, she wasn't out there trying to prove something. She was out there pretty much with the mentality, this is my time. This is a sign that it's my time. I've arrived. I'm there. I don't need to go out and prove nothing, but this is my time. And that's the message I'm going to send to the guys I'm working with next week. You can't want to show up and make stuff happen next week. The time to make stuff happen was in preparation. Next week's about feeling like you have arrived. You're there. And it's about receiving the fruit of your labor. So just want to share this with you guys today. I know it's probably a little bit longer than usual, but wanted to end the week strong. And I appreciate appreciate all you guys' comments and tuning in here. I'm really enjoying doing this, and you guys have a great weekend.